Hello, everyone. Welcome to Quick Talkie. I am Myra, your English trainer. Wow, it's so great to see all of you here today. Take a deep breath and let's get ready to dive into something truly transformative, building confidence. I'm thrilled to be here with you because confidence isn't just a buzzword, it's the key to unlocking your potential, whether you're stepping into a new job, speaking up in a meeting, or just feeling more comfortable in your own skin. Let me start with a quick story. A few years ago, I was about to give my first big presentation at work. My palms were sweaty, my heart was racing, and my inner voice was screaming, "You're going to mess this up." Sound familiar? But here's the thing, I got through it, and not only did I survive, I learned something powerful. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. And that's what we're here to do together today. So, what is confidence? It's not about being perfect or fearless. It's about trusting yourself, embracing your strengths, and taking action even when you're a little scared. Today, we're going to walk through 5 practical, life-changing steps to build that unshakable confidence. You'll leave here with tools, inspiration, and a plan to take your first bold step. Ready? Let's do this icebreaker activity, 3 minutes. Before we jump in, let's get to know each other and set a positive vibe. Turn to someone next to you, or if you're joining virtually, type in the chat and share your name and one thing you're excited about today. It could be this workshop, a fun weekend plan, or even your favorite coffee order. I'll start. I'm your name, and I'm excited to share this journey with you. Pause for 1 to 2 minutes as participants share. Awesome, I can feel the energy in the room already. Let's keep that going. Step 1, know your strengths, 6 minutes. Let's start with the foundation of confidence, knowing who you are and what you bring to the table. Think of confidence like a house, you need a strong base to build it up. That base is your strengths. These are the things you're good at, the qualities that make you you. Maybe you're a great problem solver, a compassionate listener, or you have a knack for making people laugh. These are your superpowers, and owning them is the first step to feeling confident. Here's a personal example. When I was in college, I thought I had to be good at everything to be confident. I was terrible at public speaking, and it made me feel small. But then a friend pointed out that I was really good at organizing events, planning, coordinating, making things happen. Once I leaned into that strength, I felt more grounded, even when I wasn't perfect at other things. Activity, discover your strengths, 3 minutes. Grab a pen and paper, or if you're virtual, open a notes app. I want you to write down 3 strengths you're proud of. They can be big, like I'm great at leading teams, or small, like I make a killer playlist. If you're stuck, think about a time someone complimented you or a moment you felt proud. Pause for 1 minute. Now, share one strength with a partner or in the chat. If you're alone, say it out loud to yourself, own it. Pause for 1 to 2 minutes. How did that feel? Naming your strengths can feel vulnerable, but it's also empowering. Keep that list handy, you'll come back to it when self-doubt creeps in. Knowing your strengths gives you a solid foundation to stand on, no matter what challenges come your way. Step 2, reframe your mindset, 7 minutes. Now that you've got your foundation, let's talk about your mindset. We all have an inner voice, and sometimes it's not very kind. You know the one, it says things like, "You're not smart enough, you'll mess this up," or "Why even try?" That's your inner critic, and it's like a bad roommate who pays no rent but takes up all your headspace. Here's the good news, you can change the script. Confidence isn't about silencing that voice, it's about teaching it to cheer you on instead. Let me share a story. Last year, I was invited to speak at a community event, but I was terrified I'd freeze up. My inner critic was loud, "What if you forget your lines?" Instead of listening, I reframed it, "This is my chance to inspire someone." I practiced positive self-talk, telling myself, "You've prepared, you've got this." And you know what? I didn't just survive the talk, I enjoyed it. How to reframe your mindset, catch the negative thought. When you hear that inner critic, pause and notice it. For example, I'm nervous about this job interview. Flip the script, ask, what's the best that could happen? Instead of I'll bomb this interview, try this is my chance to show my skills. Practice daily. Start your day with one positive affirmation. Look in the mirror and say something like, I'm capable and ready to learn. It feels awkward at first, but it rewires your brain over time. Activity, reframe a thought, 3 minutes. Think of one situation where you feel unconfident, maybe a work task, a social event, or a personal goal. Write down the negative thought you have about it. Now, reframe it into a positive one. For example, I'm scared to speak in meetings becomes my ideas are worth sharing. If you're comfortable, share your reframed thought with a partner or in the chat. Pause for 2 minutes. That shift feels small, but it's powerful. Every time you reframe a thought, you're training your brain to see possibilities instead of obstacles. Keep practicing, and you'll notice your confidence growing. Step 3. Take small, bold actions, 7 minutes. Confidence isn't just about thinking differently, it's about doing. Think of confidence like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. You don't need to leap into huge risks to build confidence. Small, bold actions add up to big changes. Let me tell you about a time I stepped out of my comfort zone. A few years ago, I wanted to improve my networking skills, but I was shy at events. So, I set a tiny goal. At the next event, I'd introduce myself to one new person. Just one. I walked up to someone, said, "Hi, your name, what brought you here?" and we ended up talking for 20 minutes. That small win gave me the courage to do it again, and now I actually enjoy networking. How to take small, bold actions. Set a micro goal. Pick one small action that feels a bit scary but doable. Maybe it's sending an email you've been avoiding, raising your hand in a meeting, or trying a new hobby. Act before you're ready. Don't wait to feel confident, act first, and the confidence will follow. Celebrate the win, even if it's not perfect. Give yourself credit for trying. Activity, plan your bold action, 3 minutes. Write down one small, bold action you can take in the next 24 hours to build confidence. It could be complimenting a coworker, trying a new workout, or even standing up straighter in a meeting. Be specific. What will you do, and when? Pause for 1 minute. Now, share your action with a partner or in the chat, or commit to it silently. Pause for 1 to 2 minutes. These small steps are like planting seeds. Each one grows your confidence a little more, and soon you'll be tackling bigger challenges with ease. Step 4. Embrace failure as growth, 6 minutes. Let's get real for a moment. Failure is part of life. Even the most confident people mess up, but what sets them apart is how they handle it. They don't see failure as a dead end, they see it as a detour to growth. I'll share a failure of mine. Early in my career, I pitched an idea to my boss, and it flopped. I was mortified, thinking, I'm never doing that again. But instead of hiding, I asked for feedback. My boss said, "Your idea was solid, but the delivery needs work." That stung, but it was a gift. I practiced my pitch, tried again a few months later, and it landed. That failure wasn't the end, it was a lesson. How to embrace failure, reframe failure. Instead of I failed, think I learned. Every setback teaches you something. Ask for feedback. If you don't know what went wrong, ask someone you trust. Keep going, use the lesson to try again. Smarter and stronger. Activity, learn from a setback, 3 minutes. Think of a time you felt you failed. Maybe a project didn't go as planned or a conversation didn't land. Write down one lesson you learned from it. For example, I learned I need to prepare more for tough questions. If you're comfortable, share it with a partner or in the chat. Pause for 2 minutes. Seeing failure as growth takes away its power to hold you back. You're not defined by your mistakes, you're shaped by how you rise from them. Step 5. Surround yourself with support, 6 minutes. Confidence doesn't grow in a vacuum, it thrives in a supportive environment. The people around you can make or break your confidence. Think about it, when you're with someone who believes in you, you feel like you can take on the world. But when you're around constant critics, it's like trying to run with weights on your ankles. When I started a new job, I felt out of my depth. But I found a mentor who saw my potential. She'd say, "You're doing great, just keep going." That encouragement gave me the courage to take risks. Who's in your corner? It could be a friend, a family member, a coworker, or even a community group. How to build your support system: seek positive people, spend time with those who uplift and inspire you, join a community, find a group where you can share your goals, like a book club, a professional network, or an online forum. Be a supporter, encourage others, and you'll find it boosts your confidence too. Activity: identify your support, 3 minutes. Write down one person or group who supports you and makes you feel confident. Then, write one way you can connect with them this week, maybe a coffee chat, a text, or joining a group event. Thank you for joining us today with Quick Talkie Team. See you next time in an amazing lesson.